everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. As we move into the final weeks of the regular season, here's a look at the teams jockeying for playoff position in the NFC. All these teams will be playing their hearts out, trying to claim the highest seed possible before Wild Card Weekend. It's the Bears going up against the Lions. So with kickoff approaching, let's send it over to our commentators here this afternoon, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, first opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. They come out here in the eye. And he'll give it here to his running back. No gain on the play there, second down. And how about this wide receiving core, Charles?
Well, I was at the hotel watching a little film, and you popped your head in and said, these receivers are pretty good from what I can tell. You're exactly right. Can't wait to see them do their thing out on the field.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. And now the Lions' defensive starters.
As Darius Slay continues to improve at the quarterback position, he may live up to his own nickname as the Slaymaker.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. They'll look to throw here. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. And to give this time to the tailback. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Fresh set of downs here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Here we go. 3-19.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that, because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll set up to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
Let's go. 3-19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Now let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys, because the offensive guys always talk, find the first down sticks and make the play. On defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Gun. They'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65.
Let's go! Green,
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Caught by Nelson left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Let's go! Blue landed! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on first down. And it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone, sometimes you're throwing it between the zones, sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
They'll drop to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Wonder what's in the offense. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Going down the middle, and it's complete. A good pickup there, a 22.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Let's go. Over. Back there in Philly. Here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. This will be caught at the 2. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Watch him now, Barney. All right, now, look at 56. Here we go, 56. 319. Over. All right, now, look at 56. Go, Detroit.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
Detroit. Let's go.
They'll bring a tight end in motion. Now back to throw. That is incomplete. Do you put it in your quarterback's hands again? That's the question here on 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Partner, it's decision time now. I know it's still just the second quarter, but you have an opportunity to either kick the field goal or go for it and try and score a big-time touchdown. This is why the head coaches get paid the big bucks.
Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. And Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. So out now come the Lions. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And down he'll go at the 25. A gain of 6 there on first. Second down and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Second down now after the pass completion.
Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Crunch! Hurry up, Leopard! Check! All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Over! Here we go now! Blue, landing!
They'll look to throw here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? They'll set up to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Second down, and the offense needing 5 yards. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we got to throw in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup, Now they're in second and manageable.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Shift together here from the D-line. They come out here in the I. Brief break in the action here. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. They'll try it, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. It's their quarterback with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. And maybe that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
Running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on third down. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll bite. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Looks like a 9-yard loss. And it also brings up Ford. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. That's taken it around the 40. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over first and 10. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
That throw good for 4. It's second down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Now let's go. Green now, Barney.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Offense working with a 3rd and 13 still left.
Here we go. No. Check. Patriot.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Letting one go. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Let's go.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So a big roughing the passer penalty, Charles, and of course that's 15 yards.
And everyone knows how protected the quarterbacks are. You've got to make sure that when you launch at a quarterback, that you're hitting him in the right spot and in the right time.
They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them. Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Now let's go. All right, now look at 56. Look at 56.
They'll look to throw now on first down. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. A gain of 6 there on first.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. Over.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Finding time. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And defensively going with a dime set, 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, Brandon, so much for halftime adjustments. They still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around a little bit.
They'll set up to throw. Surveying the field. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
All right, here we go. Boom! Watch it now.
In motion, the tight end. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They go back to the air here after the INT. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. And quickly, they get to the line.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. A great read, and it's picked off. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
4 yards remaining now on 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup with someone trying to come.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
So the D-line's going to spread out. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
No, check. Patriot.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This will be caught just inside the 10. 1 yard is the gain there. It'll bring up second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
No, check. Patriot. Leopard. Here we go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Defense showing blitz. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Drake. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Back now at Ford Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they get the 3 here, but you wonder whether that's going to be enough.
Yeah, I mean, you've now made it so they need a touchdown rather than a field goal to catch them. But you're right. If they'd gotten 6 out of that drive, this would be a much different game.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see when they decide to do a play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Here we go now. Green. Over.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Here we go now.
And the wide out in motion.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. They come out here in the eye. They're going to run this with a tight end. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And the back goes into motion. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
There were a couple holes there, partner. Was that zone coverage?
It's exactly what it was, Brandon. When you see man-to-man, that defender runs with the receiver. In this case, they were just taking care of their zone coverages, their responsibilities on the field, and the offense found the open space.
He'll look to throw to the right side to Eric Ebron. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Six yards to go here on 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. That is caught inside the 5. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Tight end. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Brandon, if I wanted to run the football this close to the goal line, I think I just turn around and hand it to my tailback. Too many things could go wrong in this situation. I think they're fortunate just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The extra defensive back in the game here on 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. That's caught at the 1. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Well, they certainly didn't get what they wanted on that play. That means it's a big-time decision on what you call on 4th down.
Absolutely, because a field goal here doesn't do them much good. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. It's a quarterback sneak. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. And not great starting field position here for the offense. Back to throw now in his own end zone. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
And a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. The offense certainly looking to score some points, but they also need ball security here late as we get down to the final moments of this one. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Around 2 minutes to go, and if the D can hold them, that'll end this one.
We always think about the offense attacking. In this case, I'm looking for the defense to do the same.
And the Bears in the nickel. No, wait, they're in the dime. 6 DBs out there on 3rd.
Could play an exotic coverage.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass, excellent job. Way to knock it down.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Watch him now, Barney.
Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long.
All right, now, look at 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, look at 56. Lucky 56.
He's back to throw. His throw incomplete. Let's see, the defense might bring some added pressure as the offense is dealing with a 3rd and long.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And they're going to go soft on the corners. And he motions the wide receiver. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. They have the lead, still a 1-possession game, but the defense got the stop. They've got the football now, just salted away, right?
Exactly. That's all the defense is counting on from their offense. They did their job in a big way.
And we're going to get another timeout called by the Lions. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 2nd down following the run.
Here we go now.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The win for the Bears just